Well, ninth standard, your second chapter is the motion in a one dimension. Now, first of all, what is the meaning of a motion? Already you had learned in the lower classes. Motion means that when body changes its position with respect to time. Like with a simple example, if we are studying here, there is a one book lying on a table. If a teacher comes in the class in the first period, second, and so on up to the ninth period, the book is same on its position than it is on the rest. But if somebody takes this book and keep it on the another table, it means either this is done in the second period or maybe in the third period. It means this book has changed its position from the one point of reference to another point. Then this means that this book comes in the motion. Now here we will reduce the two terms. One is the rest and one is the motion. Rest means no change in position with respect to time, and motion means body changes its position with respect to time. Now we come to again a chapter named motion in a one dimension. Now what is the meaning of one dimension here? One dimension means that already you had done in the mathematics. Figures are either one dimension, two dimensions, and a three dimension. One dimension means that the motion is in the straight line. Either it is along a length, either it is along a breadth, or either it is along a height. Means that you can say that only single dimension the body is moving. And the best example is like a person is walking on the road. It is the one dimension motion. Person is walking, car is moving on road, or so many examples we are saying that when a body is moving in the straight path is called as the motion in a one dimension. For a time we can also understand what is the motion in the two dimension, that is the when the body is moving on plane surface. Likewise one ant is moving on the wall, or ant is moving on the book surface, or you can say that a circular motion is called as the two-dimensional motion. Last is the three dimension. Two dimension means that we can consider a length and breadth. Three dimension means the length, breadth, and height. As you are very familiar that a motion in a space, that is the aeroplane motion. Now for the next purpose, before we start the motion in a one dimension, firstly we will understand what is the scalars and a vectors quantity. Scalars and vectors. Scalar means that only magnitude. Or in the vector means that a magnitude plus direction. Means that we can say that only magnitude can tell us the full meaning of certain quantity. And here these both will clear us the full meaning. And here is the simple examples you can take. when you go to the shopkeeper and you said give me a 2 kg sugar, means that there is no any need to mention the direction here, or means that a mass 2 kg sugar. But in the vector quantity, if somebody asks you about the direction of a particular place, likewise from the Bhikiwin Chowk, somebody asks you about the Sacred Heart School. If you ask only about a 7 kilometer from Bhikiwin, it is totally meaningless, as you have to mention the direction also, 7 kilometers towards north, south, east or west, means that direction must be mentioned in the quantities, vector quantities. Now examples here. In the vector quantities you have a example mass, length, time, distance. In the vector quantities, examples are displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, etc. Now vectors, always we will write the vectors in the form, likewise if we want to write the force, always we will point at this thing. This arrow will show that this is the vector quantity. But in the scalar, likewise a mass 2 kg, only we will write down like this 2 kg. Now when the two vectors are moving in the opposite direction, then this positive sign and this negative sign, it will tells us about the direction. This positive and negative means that they are moving in the opposite direction. Here positive and negative does not mean that this is the plus and this is the minus. In the vector quantities, positive and negative will tells us the opposite direction. Next, already we have discussed about the rest and the motion. Means rest is there is no any change in the position, and motion there is a change in the position with respect to the time. Here, this is only about a motion in a one dimension. What is the motion? What about a one dimension motion? Scalars and vectors, quantities, rest and the motion. From here, from your exercise, now you will do the first question, differentiate between scalars and vectors. Second question, state whether the following quantities are scalar and vector. Third question, when the body is to be at the rest, when the body is to be in the motion. Fifth question, what do you mean by the motion in the one section? We had discussed about the what is the motion in the one dimension, what is the motion when the body changes its position, rest when the body does not change its position. We also discussed about the 1D, 2D and 3D motions. And next, the main part we have discussed already, that is the what is the scalars and the vectors. Now the next one is the difference between distance and displacement. For this discussion we will take one example, that is from your classroom to the office. Now from the classroom to office, if one teacher asks you to, you have to reach the office. Now there are the three different ways. This one is the corridor. This path is from the ground side. One path is from the grill side. Means that you can take any path to reach the distance from the classroom to the office. Now what is the distance? Distance is the actual path It is the actual path covered by the body. What is the meaning of this line? Means that only body has to reach from a one place to another place. There is a no any matter which path it goes. Either it goes from the ground side, either it goes from the corridor side, or either it goes from the grill side. Means it does not depends upon path followed. Only it depends upon the path covered. How much path it covers is called as the distance. So there is a no any specific direction. If there is a no any direction, it means that this quantity is the scalar quantity. Means we can say that a distance is the scalar quantity. Only the distance there is the magnitude, no direction. Now what about the displacement? Displacement means that from a classroom to office, which one is the shortest path you had covered? Shortest path is the from the classroom to the office is only the corridor. It means that this depends upon the initial and final position also. You can achieve the shortest distance only by choosing the specific direction. Means that if you choose the wrong direction, it means that your path is not be the shortest path. It may be the either longest path or any other path. In that case, that does not become the displacement. Now in the displacement, this direction word came, then it means that this displacement becomes as a vector quantity. This is the main difference between the distance and the displacement. Distance is the scalar quantity and vector displacement is the vector quantity. Distance is the actual path covered by the body, but displacement is the shortest path taken by the body to go to from the one place to the another place. Now in which case distance is equals to displacement. That is when we have only one path to go to from one place to another place. In that case, distance is equals to the displacement. It means that likewise from the class to office, only you have this corridor path. There is a no any ground side or there is a no any grill side. Only you have only single path. That in that case, distance is equal to displacement. Now one very important question, in which case displacement becomes equals to 0. This question is very important examination point of view. When displacement becomes 0 but distance does not 0. Let us discuss it with example. As we discussed earlier, that displacement depends upon the initial and the final position. When the body moves from the initial to final position and again it comes back to its initial position, in that case likewise from A to B body covers a 2 kilometer. When it again comes back, it covers the same 2 kilometer. In that case, distance becomes as the 4 kilometer, but displacement is final minus initial, that is the 2 minus 2. Why we have taken it as the negative? Because as we already discussed in the vector quantities, direction or the reverse direction taken is as a negative, and in this case this becomes as the 0. Second example for this thing is, that is again a very important example, when the body moves in a circle. When a body moves in a circle, the circumference of the circle is equals to two pi r, and this circumference is equals to the distance, that is the equals to the 2 pi r. Then what about the displacement? Displacement in this case is equals to 0. Why is it equals to 0? Because when a body starts from point A, after taking the one rotation, it comes to the point A. In that case, the displacement becomes 0 and distance becomes as the 2 pi r. Now next is the very important formula, speed. Speed is equals to distance over time. Speed depends upon the distance, how much distance covered by the body per unit time is equals to the speed. And what is the velocity? Velocity is displacement over time. This is again, distance is the scalar quantity, it means that speed is the scalar quantity. Displacement is the vector quantity, it means that this velocity is again the vector quantity. Now the questions already we had done up to the question 5th. Next is the 6th question, displacement, state its unit. As this is the path covered, this displacement or the distance, it is the kilometer, meter, or you can say the units of length. Next is the differentiate between distance and displacement. Next is the 8th question, can displacement be 0 if the distance is not equals to 0? This already we had discussed. What is the magnitude of displacement is equals to the distance? This answer is given on your book when the motion is in the fixed direction. This already we had discussed that when there is only one path to go from a initial to the final position. Next, 10th question, define velocity. 11th question, define speed. 12th is the difference between speed and velocity, and 13th question means that up to 13 question now you have to do on your notebook. Thank you.